Good evening, you lovely people and the Kopish community. Viewers review for Arsenal against Liverpool. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 1. Guys, it wasn't a good performance at all. First half, we were absolutely walkless. We were useless in the first half. Made a few changes. Okay. Couple of people that came off, I thought, yes. Gakpo, Gravenberch. Yeah. Joey, not sure. So second half came out. First 10-15 minutes, I thought, yeah, we're on it now. We're on it. Arsenal ain't going to know what hit them. Then we got them back into the game. I think we probably had a bit of control at that point. And then the bombshell. Ball gets booted up by Gabriel. He's no angel, that's for sure. Anyhow, ball gets booted up. I thought, Verge has got this. Verge has got this. Verge, you've got this. I don't know whether Alisson thought he was doing some form of dancing on ice, I'm not sure, but the way he seemed to jump up like he was trying to do some sort of spin was ridiculous. And then I bought it's 2-1. Well, of course, at that point, I said to myself, if it's 2-1, we've lost the game. Because all they'll do is just sit behind the ball, try and hit us on the counter by banging balls into our right-hand side. And to be fair, their third goal was poor from our point in relation to defence. I mean, we had Diaz and we had Elliott on there, and the guy just spun past him, Trossard, and just left him. And then he got to the penalty area. Verge, why are you standing off? You do this all the time, brother. Just engage the man. Just keep him there, but no, you've messed about. And then obviously it went through Alisson's legs, 3-1. So realistically, for me, the game was lost. Yes, Arsenal played well. They played well in the first half. They were a good side. But that game was lost because of us, guys, of our mistakes and the fact that we weren't at the races today. And here's something that's controversial. Trent Alexander-Arnold. What in God's name is going on? Today, he just wasn't there. He didn't want to tackle. He looked laboured. He looked like he didn't care. Is he thinking now Klopp's going at the end of the season? Does it? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being premature. Maybe I'm just a bit upset. Maybe I'm a bit emotional. Things are getting ahead of me. That's probably what it is. But guys, Arsenal. You know, many years ago, I used to like Arsenal. I've always been a Liverpool fan. I've been a Liverpool fan since I can remember. I mean, I'm 56, 57 this year, so I can remember when I was like Liverpool fan in the 1970s. So it's not like it's any big deal. But, they were a nice side. Wenger was there and they were nice. The fan base were just nice. Chelsea, back in the day, the fan base, well, okay. I didn't mind Chelsea either. Even Man City to a point. When they were labouring in the second division and them places back in the day. But you see, as time goes on and time progresses, the fan base, the younger fan bases start to come into play, and the attitude stinks. And Arsenal, some of them fans, just to hear him, won't you go on about Liverpool and this, that and the other, and laughing and joking. Can I just say something, guys? You're beating us today. You ain't won the league yet. We're still top of the league until Man City obviously play the next 2 games, of course. So just calm down. Just settle yourselves. It's a bit like when we lost to Tottenham at their place when we had 9 men and they flipping raped us with a goal, and then It was our own goal. It was an own goal from us in the last, God knows, 96 stupid minute or whatever it was. And they were jumping around like they'd flipping won the lottery. Guys, just need to calm. You know, this is just the business end of the season. We haven't even got there yet. We're in February. We've got months yet. And actually, it's not even that. The point of the matter is that, I'm not even going to go there. I'm just so pissed off. Anyway, everybody, please comment, share, subscribe, and like. Kopish is and will always be that channel. You get me? Out.
Yeah, first of all, how you doing, guys? Big up Kopish, Matt, Callum, Drifty. Also, condolences to Connor Bradley and his family, and it's crazy. This is just a very bad situation, but I hope big up to his family and love to them, and I hope they get through this tough time. But yeah, let's talk about the game. We lost. It's always weird, and we like be going on crazy runs, and then it's a loss. It just feels foreign, but you can't really say that because that's kind of like, I guess, just kind of like entitled. So anybody can lose to anybody, right? That's why it's the best league in the world. But it is. But still, I got to do the air quotes. But yeah. First off, I guess shout out to Arsenal because they were like their mentality was there before anything else, before tactics or anything. Like their mentality was there. I think like even in the first half, even though we were terrible, I feel like we had like a minute or maybe a minute or two or something where we were like decent. Jota had that chance that another day Jota just takes that first time, he doesn't even take a touch. But even still, who knows? That was like a minute into the game. Game could have been different, but either way, they like even in the second half we played better. Like we were kind of peppered them for like the first maybe 5-10 minutes, but they were still in the game. Like I watched your guys' reaction afterwards, and I agree with Callum in that regards that they were in the game. Like even without possession, they were still like kind of in the game. They weren't like totally out. We played better. We definitely played better than we did in the first half, but we really didn't make any like clear-cut chances for real. And they were like keeping calm. I think I remember in you guys' preview you said you would prefer if Jorginho didn't play, and they showed he did play and he was the man of the match. So yeah, they dealt with as well. It's hard to say. It's a tough pill to swallow, but they dealt with as well. And I feel like that's another thing we kind of fall like prey to. We always kind of like, I feel like a lot of teams think like, okay, Liverpool can always like pepper us and stuff like that, but the teams that sit back, they'll like sit back, and even sometimes when we score first, they'll still like be defensively solid, and eventually we kind of like shoot ourselves in the foot, whether it's like a defensive lapse or like today, we're getting two like crazy mistakes that normally would never happen. And Arsenal didn't make like too many chances. They made more chances in the first half than anything, but in the second half, they didn't really make anything that I can remember until the nothing pass, like Drifty called it. And then our two rocks, the captain and part of the captain's committee making a mistake like that. Yeah, for the mistake specifically, I was like thinking about it on it went out and had like a drive home. I feel like part of that comes down to overconfidence, like, to be honest, because that in the match reaction, Drifty felt like Diaz kind of hustled for our goal, or like that we didn't deserve in the first half, mind you. He hustled for that, but still, like Martinelli, you got to give him credit for that too, because he could have easily given up on that ball, like Callum said. But he like hustled for the ball, and he forced that, like he made his own luck basically. And I feel like Van Dijk, I I don't know who I blame more. I thought earlier I blamed Allison more. But Van Dijk is definitely, I think at this point it's like 50-50 because Virgil, just clear the ball, man. Like, get rid of the ball. Like, what are you doing? And Allison, like, that's all. Van Dijk was like marshalling Martinelli to try, and you could see like, okay, he wants the goalkeeper to like either like kick this or like just wait for it to get into the box so he can pick it up. Like you could see on his face what he was thinking, but Allison went for a freaking kung fu kick and kicked Van Dijk instead. And it's just like, yo, like we make. I feel like the reason I feel like that's overconfidence because it's like for Virgil, I feel like if that's Benzema or if that's what's it called. I'll say Benzema now because that I guess that kind of did happen when the final in Real Madrid. Benzema chased after the ball and then he ended up with a goal because of a mistake. Or if that's like Haaland or if it's like a top striker, I think Virgil like clears the ball and he gets rid of it. But because it's Martinelli is smaller than you or whatever, he's younger. You kind of like just think you can marshal him off, but yeah, that's the mentality. If you have that mentality, it'll come back to bite you. And like I said, we shoot ourselves in the foot. This has happened in previous title races, like examples. Played Man City that 2-1 game at the Etihad, like I don't know how many. I can't remember the exact year, but it was like years ago. Everybody remembers that game. Lovren wasn't paying attention. Aguero snuck in front of him. Goal. He got back in the game, but they scored. They scored later on too, so it didn't really matter. There's the game against Leicester. I think it was another season we were short by 1. The game against Leicester were decimated with injuries. They were decimated with injuries. And they were not even playing that well that season. I think they were like close to the bottom. So many chances that game. We missed so many chances, and what happened? Leicester won. 1-0. Ademola Lookman. Shout out my man. He's playing for Nigeria, but still, he killed us that season, or he killed us for that game anyway. Another game, the 2-2 game against Tottenham, that Kane should have been sent off. We did not play good that game. Tottenham should have been up by like a lot in the first half. We did not play good. We found ourselves 2-1 up. Alice back pass to Allison. Allison comes out. He misses the ball. Son throw on goal easy. Like it's just we gotta. This is still kind of so like the halfway point. We got 15 games left. Kind of the halfway point of the season. 15 games. If we win all our games, we win the league. But it's never that easy, is it? With Liverpool, just nothing against Allison as well. He's like the best keeper in the world, but like, yo, we gotta stop making these high-profile mistakes in like big games. I think it's like he's definitely saved us plenty of times. I can't even say anything, but like, come on, like Arsenal, like our title rivals. That's like he didn't play well against City too. Like in this season, the goal that they got was because he rushed to kick the ball out. And fair enough, he was trying to find a goal, but like, Allison, come on, like keep your head, man. You're one of the leaders. Like he makes like you gotta stop making these mistakes. I saw like some comments from a different video, and there were like other mistakes and other games this season, and like yeah, that's true as well. But he's definitely saved us, so he got money in the bank. But he gotta cut these mistakes out, man. Especially in like high profile games like this. Like we need this game. Like I agree, like with Callum that Arsenal were like they weren't out of the game in the second half. We played better, but they weren't out of the game. But I agree with Jifty that we definitely threw it away. Like Van Dijk and Allison lost us the game, but the rest of the team kind of is the reason we didn't win. I saw somebody posted a comment like that as well, because we really didn't like make anything happen. Darwin, you gotta square that ball, man. Now you did the hard part. You don't have to shoot. Like you had no angle to shoot from there. Like what? But yeah, you gotta bounce back. We can't really dwell on it. No, we just gotta do better. That's one thing with Man City. They make a lot of the time they make their mistakes at like the start of the season, and then when it gets when it's money time, as Half Hope would say, when it's money time, they just 15, 16, 17 games in a row. So just got to make sure we do what we do. Sorry, this ran on too long, but sorry, I just had a lot to say. Sorry about that, but big up Kopish again. Thank you, Matt, Callum, Drifty. Also, Callum, congratulations on your new baby girl. So, yeah, you guys take care. And Drifty, also congratulations on the new channel as well. And yeah, Matt, congratulations on being the Wing Wizard. So sorry, if there is something like special in your life going on and stuff like that, congratulations on that as well. I apologize. But, yeah, thank you, Kopish. All right, goodbye.
Big up, lads. So yeah, clearly none of us are happy. Let me not speak on behalf of everyone. Let me speak on behalf of me. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all with this performance. It was very negative. It was shambolic, I would say. There were times during this game where I did not see the Liverpool fighting spirit. We are known to be fighters, and there were only few players who tried to fight for the badge, this badge right here. And that were guys like Konate and maybe McAllister, and that's it. I'll just stop there. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat any more than that. It's a shame that Konate, who was clearly our best defender, got the red card. What was Alisson and Van Dijk doing? Who knows, right? I mean, look, these players can never be 10 out of 10 overall during the season, but was this the game where you let the ball down? Was this the game where you let a title contender like Arsenal get back in? Yeah, those are the mixed feelings I'm having at the moment. But Alisson, nah, you're the best keeper in the world, so I'm sure by now you are thinking to yourself, what did you do? This so reminded me of that Manchester City game we had at Anfield during the lockdown, where, you know, the fans were not allowed, and I think Man City, they slapped us 4-1 at Anfield. So it felt like that sort of Alisson performance. And for Van Dijk, he just went back to the prior year. Last year, this is what the Van Dijk we saw. If this is a one-off game, guys, okay, cool, just shrug it off and get over it. But yeah, let this be a wake-up call. We've done two things in this game. Number one, we allowed Arsenal to get back into the title contender sort of discussion, and number two, we disrupted this momentum we were having. Without our key players, obviously that angle is also there, but yeah, I really hope we can make this loss divert into positivity for the rest of the season. Maybe this is the loss we needed as a wake-up call. So I'm just hoping, I'm gonna use the word hope. I'm hoping for that, yeah. And we can, we will, we should. Freaking Klopp, you know, like, what are you doing? This is your last season. Don't get beaten up by Arteta, of all people, right? Of all managers, Arteta. Anyway, let this just be a reality check for all of us, not just for the club and the players and the manager, but for us as fans as well. Let's understand the reality that these sort of things can happen, and we have still a title to win, guys. Come on, we can do this. I'm happy this is right now, not like 5 games remaining in the season and we saw this. So let's just use that angle. Anyway, guys, signing off. Take care. Peace. Love.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Views of View. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 1. Yeah, that's a very disappointing result, to be honest with you. That's the best way to describe it. That being said, I don't think we ever deserved to win that game. There was never a point in that game where I thought, you know what, Liverpool should be winning this. I think probably for the first minute and then maybe the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the second half, and that's about it, to be honest with you. We didn't do enough. We had like one shot on target. Every time we got the ball into the final third, we couldn't make it stick. When we did have the ball in the final third, because Arsenal allowed us to, and they just camped the box and we just passed around them. No incisive passing, no nothing. It's a good win. It's a very good win for Arsenal because it keeps them firmly in the title hunt. For Liverpool, it's an absolute dagger to the heart because City have got 2 games to play. They play Brentford tomorrow away, and their game in hand is also against Brentford. So if they win both those games, with everyone playing the same amount of games, they will be a point ahead of us. Wonderful. Today, when we lost the game, is very simple. I think Arsenal's midfield was superior to. I think the home advantage certainly helped. Arsenal's midfield was superior to us in every single way. Just their combination, their combination, that box midfield was just better. They were stronger. They were more decisive. Their press was better. Like, our midfield looked so lopsided. It just looked so lopsided. I'm not sure what we were trying to do, to be honest with you, because I can see in the early parts of the game we were inverting Joey. We should have really just been inverting Trent. That being said, I'll get onto Trent as well. Gravenberch for me is far too soft. I'm not trying to say too much about him, but you can tell that he just lacks grit. He's very comfortable on the ball. He's very good. He glides and does all these nice things. But in a game like this, you need a bit of grit in midfield, and obviously not. And I don't want to use it as an excuse. We're not having Szoboszlai for whatever reason. Didn't help. Curtis Jones was getting rushed on his own. McAllister had to do everything. Again, Trent as well. Even though I said he should have been in that box midfield and Gomez should have gone flat. I can see why. I can kind of now speaking out loud. I can see why, because then Trent can get up long and put in it down the byline and put in a delivery. But realistically, his best work this season been done when he inverts and dictates the play, and even still, he just wasn't. He didn't look up to speed at all. He simply didn't. He was allowing players to glide past him way too easily. And I think Bradley, again, not an excuse, Bradley not being there, who is playing really well and has momentum. Him not being there, I think, probably hurt us a bit, but ultimately, it shouldn't make a difference. You know, Trent's a fully fledged first teamer, but yeah. What else today? Flipping Virgil van Dijk today on my life, man. It's back again. The aura defending is back again. Just an absolute bozo for 90 minutes. Like, I'm sorry, just engage. Just put in a foot. Why are you trying to just like shepherd the ball and Alisson has to run out of his goal? Like, and even when he has to run out, he's outside the box. He can't pick up the ball. Just head the ball to him so he can just collect it and he's calm. Like, you know what? Yeah, as well. Even still, in fairness, we deserve to concede a goal like that, because the goal that we scored in the end of the first half was just ridiculous. It was completely against the run of play. So I guess the universe has balanced itself, but just not good enough. Ali as well today. Just, I don't know what the hell he was doing. We kept putting him under so much pressure. It's crazy because if you actually deep it, he didn't have a lot of big saves to make, but just 3 big chances, and yeah, just the Trossard one lets it go through. That's so un-Ali, man. Like, this team was not on it today. It's evident that the better team won. I'm very frustrated. Yet again, the swan song. Yeah, it just sucks right now. It really does suck. I feel like as well the fact that we didn't even really put much of a fight. Like, other than Diaz, I just don't think we put up much of a fight. And that's not to say like a lot of the players were bad. I just think the Arsenal team was so good. Other than Luis Diaz, he's the only one that really fought today. Maybe Curtis Jones as well. Curtis Jones and Luis Diaz. Actually, Curtis Jones, McAllister, and Luis Diaz are the only ones that really put up a fight. They were left alone, to be honest. It was 3 versus 11. Oh, actually, just adding play. Konate, Mac, Curtis, and the Diaz. They're the only ones that put up a fight, man. Like, everyone else, they were just left on their own. It was 4v11, to be honest. And yeah, the superior team won, unfortunately. Anyway, people, like the video, comment, subscribe. We've got a bit of a rest before Burnley, and we'll see you after Burnley. Peace.
didn't have a great weekend, football aside, but that just puts the the seal on the weekend. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 1. I have to do a drift in, just try and calm down, but don't think I can. What was that? Do it for Connor. Do it for your manager. What was that? That was pathetic. Did we not learn from the FA Cup game, the first half, where they gave him too many chances and we buried them, which was good, was fun. But what was that? No shots in the first half. That was pathetic. We were lucky to even be 1-1, and I thought we kick on. I thought we did, which we did for the first 20-25 minutes. We looked threatening like that second goal was coming. But as soon as the second goal went in, that calamitous defensive howler from Fifi D and Allison, we just went to pieces again. And yeah, we had 1 or 2 chances or half chances. We didn't move the ball in the final third. Great. McAllister was lucky with 1 or 2 efforts. And then the third goal, Knight was so stupid and silly, man. He's been doing it all game. It's Havertz. For God's sake, it's only Havertz. And then Trossard and Allison really should have kept that out. But, it was just sloppy, man. And we're letting these lot back in the race. I mean, I'm just fuming. Yeah, we're top, but does it give me any great hope? I don't know. But we have to bounce. But I guess it's one game to bounce back quickly. But I don't want to see a performance like that. That was really poor and pathetic. You know what I mean? Can't even blame Klopp for this. It's on the players, man. They weren't great. It's on the players, man. I'm sorry, it's hard. Gravenberch is better than that. I've seen him at Ajax as a 6 and he was killing it. And yeah, it's different leagues, but Grav, man, you need to step up, bro. You need to step up, man. You're better than that. Come on, man. Take control for the midfield. That posed well. And you just too in and out of the game, Bridging. That was cool. And even Jota, wasn't his best game since being back. But, I don't know, man. It's what it is. Mac tried. But again, he's done some good things. But he's not and people, were lauding him, the DM role. But he's not a DM, man. He's not. We need a specialist DM to sit. And yeah, we'll be doing well. But we can't do that again for next season. So how are we going to sort that out? I don't know. And then the old Trent conundrum. And how many times I've been saying that? I've been saying that for the last 5-6 years, man. Unfortunately, Trent, he doesn't do the basics of defending. And if it's some good skill or something he's unlucky with, but he's just ball watching. He can't do the basic, simple thing of defending. And Martinelli, I was worried about the game. What was I proved right? He made some great balls, but, so him coming off and the whole funny face, I don't get that. It is what it is, man. Klopp subs all right. Ideally, in another sense, we could have kept him on, you know what I mean, and push him into midfield. But Klopp, stop this. The time is now. Either bench him or put him in the midfield. Simple things, you know what I mean? So, Kanata and VVD, that was one of the worst games. They weren't great, you know what I mean? It's just all over the place. Experience, man, you know what I mean? By Joey, I think it should be VVD and Gomez, or Gomez Kanate, whichever way you win this in the defence. But yeah, man, we need to do better, man. It's one game. We're still ahead of them, you know what I mean? Man City will win their games in hand and they'll be top again. So we just have to know. We just got to do better, man. We just have to do better, man. We need the reaction, and we need a reaction quick. And it's them lot. I'm just fuming. But anyway, Liverpool 3, Arsenal 1 is what it is. I'm out.